I'm hgtudor, your glorious narrator who has guided you through so much about the world of narcissism, introducing you to the Ultra framework, whereby I explain to you the different classifications of school and cadre that are applicable to narcissists. I've explained to you the concept of the empath, also with school and cadre, how people are divided for the purposes of classification and understanding in the world of narcissism into narcissists, narcissistic people, empaths and normals, how there is the interaction with empathic and narcissistic traits. I've explained to you the presence of the addiction that is something that empathic individuals have and that causes them to be drawn to narcissists, and why it becomes so important for them to get out and stay out. Across my various platforms, I have, over the last few years, provided you with unrivaled information, which you can read on my blog, narcsite.com, that you can read in the various books which are available both in the Knowledge Vault and on Amazon, that you can read logic bulletins or listen to them, and also assistance packages similarly found in the Knowledge Vault, with over 200 products there to entertain, educate, and amaze. As a consequence of the way that my narcissism has evolved, I have considerable insight, not only into what I am, but also those of my kind, and as the extension of my legacy, I have sought to distill this information and convey it to you in a way that is easily understandable. I have written thousands of blog articles, created thousands of videos alongside the products that I've mentioned. I also enable people to detect whether they're dealing with a narcissist, if they are an empath or if they're something else. I enable people to understand their own traits and if they've become a weaponized empath through the Detector series, which are available in the Knowledge Vault. I have also brought enlightenment to thousands of people through email and audio consultations, allowing them to understand more about the situation that they found themselves in, and, crucially, furnishing them with practical tips and assistance to navigate their way out of the grip of the narcissist and, just as importantly, to stay out of that grip. Just a few of the testimonials that I have received have been posted on my blog in the testimonials section, oddly enough. But I receive, on a daily basis, emails from both those that I have consulted with and the many millions that have accessed my work through the blog and through the videos, explaining how they finally gained understanding, that they've finally understood what it is that they have been dealing with, and their thanks is effusive. My work has saved lives, it has saved livelihoods, it has preserved relationships, it has preserved people's mental health, it is accessed by psychotherapists, psychologists, psychiatrists, general doctors. It is utilized by other people within the community talking about narcissism to extend their knowledge and to pass it on to others. I'm regularly interviewed to provide another glimpse of the way that my world is and to explain all about narcissism and psychopathy. I've been undertaking this work for over 7 years now in a formal capacity alongside the other matters that I do. Naturally, I have a private life, some glimpses of which I share on my Instagram posts. I have a professional life, which intermittently causes me to go silent, and then in other instances I'm able to do alongside what I call blog world. This has created an unrivaled body of work and a dedicated following amongst you, my valuable viewers. I receive many emails which are sent to me from people asking for assistance, wanting to understand what they're dealing with, wanting access. HG, can you point me to the particular information that would help me with this particular scenario? Some people, of course, sending me some rather bizarre ideas. And, of course, there's the sprinkling of narcissists, unaware ones, that come along trying to seduce me, trying to engage with me. And therefore, that inbox at narcissist1909@gmail.com is quite the place, to put it mildly. More recently, in order to ensure that those who have paid for their services are attended to promptly and effectively, I have set up separate email addresses, which are only disclosed as a consequence of you paying for the service, so that those that deal with the detectors and those that deal with consultations are able to channel their inquiries and responses to a dedicated place. That has been working very effectively. The somewhat haphazard, albeit entertaining and interesting place that is my general inbox has resulted in me looking at it further. Of course, many of you, on a repeated basis, very kindly provide me with your suggestions for work that I should look at, and that's something which is very important. You are providing me with details of famous people that you'd like me to look at, infamous people that you'd like me to look at, various aspects of the narcissistic dynamic and various aspects of narcissists that you would like me to scrutinize in greater detail. This is very important. However, there comes a point where everything must end. And it is now that I have decided that it is time for the end to be reached. This is the end. The end that I'm talking about is the end of the use of that email for general information about who I should scrutinize. What I need you to do moving forward is to ensure that your excellent suggestions are not buried amongst the general enquiries that occur as my inbox is flooded with hundreds of emails, if not more, on a daily basis. And therefore, it is the end of that general inbox to be used as a recipient for suggestions for me to look at for video work. Accordingly, if you send them there, they will just be deleted in order to reduce my workload. There is, of course, a dedicated place for you to send your suggestions where you would like me to examine in a video a particular person, a particular aspect of the narcissistic dynamic, a particular aspect of empaths and such like. Anything that you would like me to talk about, anything that you would like me to review, analyze, discuss, please send them to this email address: hgtudorvideo@gmail.com. That's hgtudorvideo@gmail.com. Send all of your suggestions there. In the title, mark what it is you want me to talk about. If it's a person, put their name. If it's an aspect of the dynamic, summarize it there. And of course, you can expand in the email and provide links to relevant material as well if there's, for instance, a video that you want me to analyze or photographs that you want me to include. By sending them there, they are going to come to my attention in a dedicated place, and also it enables me to see more readily where there's duplication of suggestion also, which means that it's more likely to be looked at if more people are interested in it. So this is the end for sending suggestions to the narcissist1909@gmail.com inbox. That will still remain alive for general queries about work. For instance, which book should I look at HG if I'm interested in this? People who are wanting to interview me, people who are wanting to know about what's the best thing that they should access with regard to a particular instance, if they've got queries about costs and so on and so forth. But where you want me to look at something, where you want me to create a video, it's the end for that inbox, for those things, and instead to send it to the hgtudorvideo@gmail.com. I'm pleased I gathered your attention, and thank you for your continued contributions as we continue to ensure that this is the best channel for understanding about narcissism, the best place to receive entertaining education, and that we will continue to forge forward together. I'm the Ultra, HG Tudor. Thank you for listening.